One springlock animatronic suit with a very low tolerance for moisture, plus
I wonder what we
one
get,
horrified
guys.
child crying rivers of tears equals...
Was that the bite of 87?
Alright, today we have a different type of video, something I haven't really done before, and after watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I even said I gotta check out all the lore stuff, and many of you guys said you would want to see that, and a lot of you left different recommendations on different videos to watch. There's also so many. I think there's one that's like hours long, so who knows, if we really enjoy this one and you guys want to see more, we can watch all of them. So again, do leave comments below on what the hell I need to even watch to understand this stuff. Some of you said it's quite complicated, but again, for context, I played a couple of the games barely, you know, and then seen the movie. Apart from that, I basically know nothing, so let's not wait. Let's get straight into it.
Ryder, do you know why I called you here?
No, MatPat of the YouTube channels Game Theory, Film Theory.
Yeah, they should really put him in the FNAF movie, I think.
Well, maybe this will jog your memory.
Aw, look at this cute little plushie of a rusty metal animatronic haunted by
Freddy.
the soul of a child whose head was bitten by a robot in 1987. Happy birthday, Tommy.
Oh, the bite of 87.
Nice.
Now what do you have to say for yourself?
My videos are funny.
Mr. of a Ferret, this is without a doubt one of the most shameful displays of Five Nights at Freddy's lore dumping I have ever seen. It's actually amazing how almost every single thing you said was wrong. I thought we had taught you better back on the Theorist channels. You even worked on multiple FNAF videos during your time working with us, but clearly you were too busy frolicking
Isn't there like 1,000 million FNAF videos people make though?
any sort of attention.
Dude, I was just the history guy and the editor. I wasn't doing any of the lore research. Back then, you still thought Purple Guy was the phone guy. But whatever, I get it.
Who the hell's Purple Guy? I don't know any of this stuff.
No, not until you learn the proper FNAF lore, sir. Now, if you'll see here on this 92-slide PowerPoint presentation that I've made on exactly this subject, first off, this is not the bite of 87.
What is the bite of 87?
1983, and the child in
That's such a
question
good
is
name.
actually the crying child, aka the younger brother of Michael Afton. Now, Michael Afton is very important.
Help
you play
me.
as him.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to my channel, Foot of a Ferret, where, yes, a few months
I'm
back,
completely
I made
lost.
a video about FNAF where I got a lot of the lore wrong. And yeah, I knew it was all sorts of wrong. It was a quick throwaway gag, and I wasn't about to do hours and hours of research and fact-checking just to get to the punchline. Nice. But even so, I want to make things up to any of the FNAF lore buffs whose heads may have exploded.
Yeah, I can imagine there's a lot of upset people if you say anything wrong.
I decided to call in some help from the
guys
resident
definitely know
FNAF
your stuff
expert of
obsessed,
the
right?
whole internet, MatPat from Game Theory.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to.
Yeah, I already did that bit.
Oh, well, anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's is a long series spanning more games, books, and mysteries than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah, there's way more games than I thought.
Core FNAF storyline, or at least as much as we can without delving into too many unconfirmed theories or things that could suddenly be totally rewritten by a new book, or a new game, or
Books? There's books?
birthday party napkin with hidden text that only appears after you wipe your mouth 5 times. And FNAF is infamously frustrating when it comes to deciphering its lore, but I think once you boil it all down, the story might not be as complicated as you think. It's weird, don't get me wrong, but
I wouldn't think it's complicated, but I guess we'll see.
First, I gotta say, if you like this video and you want to see more, be sure to hit the big red subscribe.
I'm subscribing, you know, because I know how it feels when people don't. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not gonna. But anyway.
This is
everything you need to know about Five Nights at Freddy's.
so.
And this is a theory.
Ain't this just a time? Well, it certainly was for these two guys named William Afton and Henry Emily. These guys are a couple of inventors specializing in building robots and animatronics. They're also family men. William has a wife, a daughter, and 2 sons, while Henry has
Oh,
a daughter
Vanessa.
named Charlotte. So we got
Who he stabs.
these dudes building robots to support their
It's pretty weird my first knowledge of this is the movie, right?
snag. William Afton is a crazy person. I'm not really sure why, but William Afton has this insatiable desire to, kill children
That's pretty normal, though.
anytime soon. So instead, let's focus on this new restaurant in town that just opened, Fredbear's Family Diner. A small,
Wait,
locally
what?
owned family restaurant
That was the
commissioned
first
William
one?
and Henry to create some fun Chuck E. Cheese style animatronic mascots to entertain the kids. There's a golden bear named Fredbear and a golden rabbit named Bonnie. Now, these
Yeah,
are
because you
what
know
are
what?
called
In
spring
the
lock-
why can't I pause the spacebar? Come on, bruv. No, in the film, I think one of you said that Golden Freddy was in the film. I don't even know who Golden Freddy is, but apparently he was in the movie anyway.
operate using, well, spring lock mechanisms, which are extremely dangerous. Boy, it sure is a good thing these are just robots and not mascot costumes or something. Hey, guess what? These are also mascot costumes meant to be worn by the employees of the restaurant. Yeah. Come work.
Do they almost die every time?
Sing songs, entertain families. Try not to breathe too much inside of the Springlock animatronic suits because even the slightest bit of moisture will cause the Springlock mechanisms to malfunction and clamp down on you, killing you outright.
Wait, really?
Good pizza.
So despite
Does that happen?
this gigantic safety hazard, Fredbear's becomes a pretty popular spot for birthday parties.
How is it popular? How's it out of business?
But things start going downhill real fast. So one night, Fredbear's is hosting a birthday party, and one of the kids attending is Henry Emily's daughter, Charlotte. But during the party, Charlotte accidentally gets locked outside in this dark alley behind the restaurant. Suddenly, a mysterious purple car drives up, and out steps William Afton, who kills Charlotte outside of Fredbear's diner
What?
and gets away scot-free. William Afton, also known in the FNAF
But like, where do you... I'm genuinely confused. Where do you find this out? If it's not in the first game, right? I don't think the law was written then, correct? When does this stuff actually get told? Is it like the books or something? I don't even know.
as the purple guy has claimed his first victim. Henry Emily has lost his daughter, leading him just kind of
It's so messed up,
disappear
though.
for a while. And Fredbear's has its first of many deaths tied to its name. Besides being a horrible, sad, terrible tragedy, it's also a PR nightmare. And the owners of Fredbear's were just like, nope, we're out, and they bailed, took the money and ran, sold off the Fredbear franchise to new owners who pulled the flip job of the century to create
Yeah, that's a good
Fazbear
idea, though.
Entertainment. Not only
Oh, wait, they turned it into it.
but by 1983, they've turned the franchise into a bit of a multimedia empire with a TV show, action figures, plushies, and most importantly of all, a new sister location, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Oh my god.
Fazbear franchise introduced a slew of new characters to the lineup. The TV show was named Fredbear and Friends, after all, so they added a chicken named Chica, a pirate fox named Foxy, and
Foxy.
a non-golden bunny and bear named Bonnie, and of course, Freddy Fazbear. Y'all know these guys.
I just want to say the animation is sick on this, so how long you spent on this, very well done.
Back
Thank
in
you.
2014 when FNAF was just these guys, feels like decades. But yeah, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy become the faces of the new hit
Look how
restaurant
cuddly they
Freddy
look.
Fazbear's Pizza. And things seem to be back on the up and up for Fazbear Entertainment, which of course means one thing, somebody's about to die.
While Freddy's is up and running, Fredbear's has gotten back to business as usual. Seems to be doing fine for itself since, you know, that one time a kid died. Enter William Afton's youngest son, the crying child. Why is he crying? Well, it's
What the hell?
implied
Who
that
is
he has
this?
a pretty intense fear of the animatronics his dad makes. And
See,
his
what
older
game is
brother,
this?
Michael Afton, really likes to torment the kid by dressing up as Foxy to jump scare him. The kid really just can't catch a break, man. He's clearly terrified of the animatronics, but is basically forced
Who isn't though? That's scary.
fateful day in 1983 where the crying child is celebrating his birthday at Fredbear's family diner. He's not having a great time, and his older brother decides to be a little cruel to the kid. He and his friends all crowd around the crying child wearing character masks, lift him up, and bring him to the main stage where Fredbear's performing. The crying child starts, well, crying and freaking out. The other kids then do what dumb kids do and take things way too far, putting the crying child inside Fredbear's mouth. Matt,
Wait,
I
he
know you're the
dies?
numbers guy, but I'm gonna take this one. Let's do the
Seriously?
math here. One Springlock animatronic suit with a very low tolerance for moisture, plus
I wonder what we
one
get,
horrified
guys.
child crying rivers of tears equals
Was that the bite of 87?
May 2015
Oh, it's a golden meme.
bite of 83.
Oh, the bite of 83. Right, I'll get it right next time, guys.
And Freddy animatronic and dies. Ooh, it's a birthday party. I can't, can I say that? I don't know if I can say
You see, when I played the first game like a little bit, I'm way too much of a coward to play them fully. I've a little bit the VR one. It just looks like, I don't even know what I thought it was, but kids being eaten and ghost spirits in the bloody who's and whatchamacallit is like 0% what I expected, but and even the fact that the lore goes 1% deeper than it's just creepy people and a mascot or ghosts still amazes me.
In the wake of this, Fazbear Entertainment decides the Springlock animatronic suits are just too dangerous to keep using. No, what gave you that idea? So our good friends Golden Freddy and Golden Bonnie are retired from Fredbear's diner and sent off to the new restaurant Freddy Fazbear's Pizza to be stored in their safe room. And then in walks William Afton. Now, you'd think after William Afton lost one of his kids to an animatronic he created, he would take a step back, reevaluate himself
that's
and
true,
what he's
isn't
doing,
it?
and change his ways. ways. But
yeah, what the hell?
If anything, the death of his own kid was a source of inspiration. So William goes to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and is just like, hey guys, why don't we all just not go into the safe room? You know, the safe room housing the dangerous child-killing animatronics I made? Yeah. In fact, why don't we just forget the safe rooms even exist, you know? We don't need security cameras in there, no. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and reprogram all the animatronics to not even recognize the safe room at all. Nothing suspicious going on here. And everyone just
That is making my eyes bug out.
I'm sure that
Jesus.
won't lead to anything horrible.
So, a few years later, around 1985, something horrible happens. 5 kids mysteriously go missing at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza,
Mysteriously.
smelling real rank. Turns out William Afton's been lurking around the pizzeria, using the decommissioned Spring Bonnie suit to lure kids into the safe room, kill them, and then hide their bodies inside the animatronic suits.
Yo, I mean, even look, it's so freaky. And again, how many? Again, when do you find out this lore? Like, how many games come out? You're gonna have to tell me, because you're just playing with these games. People are probably fantasizing about these. I know FNAF people get about these costumes, whatever you want to call them, and then there's a dead child inside rotting. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Why? Where's the logic here? I get that you're kind of messed up, Mr. Afton, but what on earth are you hoping to accomplish by stuffing your victims into animatronics that are around dozens of people every single day? Naturally, this sparks an investigation that eventually leads to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza shutting down. So
Thank
let's take a break
God.
from the robot
Burn
bunnies
it.
and talk about something that's a little less scary: clowns. Yeah.
Well, that's quite scary.
Going around killing kids, he still found time to develop some animatronics here and there. And when he wasn't building terrifying robot animals, he was building terrifying robot people. All of them had this creepy circus theme, like this ballerina named Ballora,
Wait,
this
what?
balloon
There's
boy
more?
named Balloon Boy, and
Where's Balloon Boy? You see, wait, I didn't even know there's more stuff. I'm clearly a FNAF virgin, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what the term's called. I don't even know what I'm calling this bloody video. What, there's people costumes up? Is that what he wanted to put the, what's the girl's name? In the film, whoever the young girl is. But Balloon Boy, what even is that?
girl named Circus Baby. Afton also redesigned some of the old Fazbear crew to fit the circus vibes as well. All that, and he still finds time for his hobbies. How does he do it? These are the Funtime animatronics.
Oh my
Bright,
God.
shiny, happy. They seem harmless, right? Well, underneath the clown makeup were some interesting design choices. See, at this
Oh, no,
point,
that's
Afton
kinda
has seen
freaky.
how effective his animatronics can be when it comes to helping commit his crimes. So he designed the Funtime crew with some advanced features that, to be frank, pretty sus, as if they're specifically designed to lure and kill children.
Who would have thought of that? I mean, Jesus.
Now, the details get a little fuzzy here, especially in terms of the timeline, but from what I can tell, the plan was to have these animatronics available to rent out for birthday parties and events, housing them in this crazy underground storage facility. In addition, some of these animatronics were set to become the face of yet another Fazbear sister location, Circus Baby's Pizza World,
Circus
set to
Baby
swoop in and fill the hole in the market.
I mean, already it's so much deeper than the lore. Like, what is this? I don't even... No, you guys said it gets confusing. This is like 10 minutes in of a 30-minute video, and I don't even have a percentage
It
of what's
left
going
when
on.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza shut down.
I'm gonna have to watch the 10-hour one.
Fell through due to an accident involving William Afton's daughter. Because, surprise, when you make animatronics specifically designed to lure and kill kids while also having multiple kids of your own, those two things might just happen to overlap once. Or twice. So, right as Circus Baby's Pizza World is set to open, Afton's daughter gets just a little too close to Circus Baby and is attacked by a claw that was programmed to shoot out from her torso. This kills Afton's daughter and leads to Circus.
So both of his childs have died. Both of his children have died from his own creation. I mean, it's kind of poetic, but opposite of poetic. What's the opposite of poetic? Satanic, sure. But whatever, just keep it going.
Closing for good
I'm not
on
sleeping
its
tonight.
opening day. The Funtime animatronics are then packed up and sent back into storage, but they still move forward with the whole rental service thing, creating Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rental, meaning these guys are still ready and waiting to be rented out for your next birthday party.
But hey, guess what? It's 1987 now. That's a
Oh.
great year. I'm sure
The bite of 87.
damn it. Yeah, even with a handful of child murders under their belt, Fazbear Entertainment decided it was time to reboot their franchise after only 4 years.
Who
opening
lets
the
them
new and
reinstate?
improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza that we see in FNAF 2. The restaurant is bigger, there's new animatronics, and there are all sorts of extra security measures
Oh,
put
is
in
this
place
FNAF
after
2?
what happened at the last place. For instance, there's the new toy animatronics
never
all
played that
based on
one.
a series of Fazbear action figures. Yes, they're shiny. Yes, they're somehow
Oh, I think I've seen a bit of footage of that game though. Is that the one where you put on the mask and like hide? Maybe I should play these at some point.
here at the same time, but most importantly, the toy animatronics are packing some super advanced for the 80s facial recognition technology, scanning for potential predators. However, that doesn't stop
Predators? How about the creator?
using the same exact spring Bonnie suit to lure and kill kids at the pizzeria. But this time, things are a little different. Afton commits his second series of murders, sparking yet another investigation of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, so the restaurant is just about to close down, but first, we got
Again.
one last birthday party
Close
to host,
again.
which is a little worrying because the animatronics are going a bit funky.
Now, there's one
Bit funky.
the FNAF lore we've not mentioned yet, and it's kind of the whole point of the story. There's a pretty hard and fast rule in the FNAF world. If you are a kid killed by William Afton or any of his creations, your soul will undoubtedly go on to possess one of the animatronics. See,
Yeah, that's kind of the rules of the universe.
first victim. When she was killed outside of Fredbear's family diner, her soul found a new home in the diner's security animatronic, this weird, creepy puppet. Or at least that's how it
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say, you know, if it gets eaten by one that's already inhabiting a soul, so does that soul need to have a vessel as an animatronic to then go into, right? But what if there's no other vessels? Well, I guess there always is there, right?
be conveyed in the games. Like we've said, this series is kind of frustratingly vague when it comes to their lore, but that is what it looks like. And from that point on, the puppet was working behind the scenes, following William Afton around
What is that? That's not even an animatronic. It looks so weird.
could to set things right. I'm about to sound a lot like Matt here. As we see in one of FNAF 2's Atari-style minigames, the puppet gives the souls of Afton's victims new life inside of the animatronic suits. So our buddies Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, yeah, they're haunted. Way haunted. But
Wait, really? I had
that's
no
only
idea.
4 animatronics. Didn't Purple Guy kill 5 kids during the missing children's incident? Well, this is where things get a little funky again, because now we're dealing with Golden Freddy's spirit. Or should I say, spirits.
Yeah,
so
what's this
remember
Golden
the
Freddy
bite of
about?
1983 where the crying child got chomped by the Golden Freddy animatronic? Well, his soul is now inside of Golden Freddy, which, yeah, makes sense.
Oh.
But going back to that FNAF
But it already got chomped. So what made it chomp? Voice crack. You know what I'm saying? So was it just like a malfunction of the spring lock? Is that what happened? Or was someone actually wearing it and then the moisture like we saw at the start and then the who knows? But I guess no one was really in it yet.
depicting the missing children's incident, in the very last split second, we see a 5th kid followed by a Golden Freddy jump scare. This is Cassidy, the 5th victim of the
Oh, McCree.
missing children's incident and the 2nd spirit haunting the Golden Freddy animatronic. And let me tell you, Cassidy is mad at William Afton. She is out for revenge. Keep a pin in this, it's important.
All this is to say that the FNAF 2 toy animatronics are now most likely haunted by the souls of Afton's most recent victims.
Look at that jump scare. Oh, it's so scary.
Orientational towards adults. They're chill around kids, but if you're a grown-up, they'll start giving you the death glare. And they're not programmed to do that.
Right, yeah, we saw that in the film, didn't we? Yeah, because the guys in I guess in the movie, animatronics didn't like anyone but Mike's child, but only when the kid was like, oh, Mike's fine, you know, he's a security guard, he's okay. I thought it was just like invaders, not the security guard, but I guess they just love kids. Oh, that feels weird to say. And then, yeah. But some adults, maybe they trust, I don't know.
But on the day of that last birthday party, they get a tad overexcited and attack the daytime security guard, giving them a nice hard chomp on the noggin and removing their entire frontal lobe in what became infamously known as the bite of 87.
Oh, the bite of 87!
Needless to say, this gets the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closed for good.
Oh, they're gonna
let's
have a
tally things
third.
up. By 1987, Fazbear Entertainment has around a dozen dead kids to their name. That's almost 1 dead kid for every year they've existed. You really...
That's rookie numbers, though. They gotta get them up, you know.
But nope. these guys decided to give it one more go in 19...
Epstein's making these guys look like heroes, you know?
First, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location brought back the original crew and relaunched the pizzeria, feeling just so sure about it this time.
Now I'm really hungry for pizza,
surprise, people kinda sorta associate the Fazbear name with dead kids now, so no one comes to this new restaurant and it eventually shuts
As they
down.
should, yeah. They shut down. But the second one should have the same thing. Like, everyone's held the reputation, you know? Why the hell? Oh, thank God they bloody closed straight
One
away.
rainy night, a while after the restaurant closes down and falls into disrepair, William Afton sneaks in and starts dismantling the animatronics one by one. Little does he know that those robots got ghosts in them. The souls of his victims are released and they chase Afton down. They corner him in the back room of the pizzeria and Afton starts to panic. But then, and I don't really know why he would do this, but he runs over to the Spring Bonnie animatronic suit, the suit he's committed all these murders in, and hops inside. Not sure what that's gonna do against ghosts, but he seems to think it's a smart move. Remember though that these old Springlock suits are super sensitive to
Because obviously we saw at the end he was dying as well in that outfit. I guess that's teased in the second film where he's probably turning into it or something.
back in '83. And like I said, the pizzeria has been abandoned for a while now. It's pretty run down. And it's raining. So Afton piles into his murder suit, just kind of stands there for a few seconds, and chomp! Spring locks fail, blood goes everywhere, and William Afton, stuck inside the Spring Bonnie suit, falls to the ground and dies. Fazbear Entertainment attempts to save face from...
So he does die, okay. Is that set like after? I mean, who knows the timeline or whatever. I guess maybe that is the moment on in the movie, and then oh my god, yeah, guess what's coming next?
acres, dozen of dead people attached to its name by completely walling off the back room, leaving Afton's body inside and just forgetting about it. We see all this go down during a minigame in FNAF 3. Also in that game, if you get the good ending, you get to see the puppet bring cake to a table of children. 4 of them in FNAF masks, and 1 of them crying. The puppet gives the kid cake, they stop crying, they put on a golden Freddy mask, and then they all...
We've got to say, the work of like the Matt Pat and this channel, or whoever's figuring out the lore, just from these like mini games after. I don't know how much of it's confirmed, like obviously the theories. You gotta be a detective to figure this stuff out, haven't you?
the masks behind. The puppet has set the souls free.
Now, you might have noticed that all this stuff we're talking about has next to nothing to do with what you actually do in these games. Sure, you see some
That is so true though. I mean, yeah, the game, you're sitting in the, you're watching the cameras to not die, basically.
games, but those are side things that are often hidden. If you play these games casually, you may never see a good chunk of these plot-driven minigames. So
Yeah.
how does a purple dude killing kids lead to you as the player spending 5
That's
minutes
exactly what I
in
wanted to
various
find out, thank you.
robot-infested buildings, checking cameras, and avoiding death by robot chicken? Well, that is where William's older son, Michael Afton, comes back into the picture. While all of that was going on, Michael, now an adult, takes it upon himself to try and make up for his dad's crimes. At first, he was just trying to find his sister,
By
which
killing
is
more
a
kids?
little weird considering the whole, you know, being dead thing. But remember the FNAF rule. All kids killed by Afton or his robots go on to possess an animatronic. And the soul of Michael's sister is now living in the very same animatronic that killed her, Circus Baby. And it seems like William Afton knows this because one day, William, the messed up individual he is, went to his son and was like, "Oh, your sister. Yeah, she's over there. Go check it out." So Michael takes a job at Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals, as we see in the game.
Sorry, the name Circus Babies Entertainment Rentals though is just, what is that name?
In between avoiding death by face-splitting animatronic, Michael discovers the whole "my dad killed a bunch of kids and their souls are trapped inside these animatronic suits" thing, and decides he has to do something about it.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
while working
break
the
it all
night shift at the
apart
storage
somehow.
facility, Michael gets himself scooped, meaning the dude gets his insides ripped out of him by a machine meant to remove animatronic endoskeletons. And then this giant robot named Ennard, created by all the Funtime animatronics literally stitching parts of themselves together, jumps inside of Mike to use his body as a host. So Michael is now dead.
Hold on, wait. So his son dies now, or is his older brother? I can't remember. Who cares? Michael Afton, whatever his bloody name is, gets scooped, to quote him, and then now another robot's inside of his body controlling him. Okay, well.
Kinda. He's like partially dead. He just kind of moves on with his life for a while. Robo bits jangling around inside his skin
Wait,
sack as
really?
his body slowly rots and turns purple. Oh, now he looks like dear old dad. Mike gets progressively worse until one day Ennard's just like, yeah, this place was cool at first, but kinda sucks now, and ejects himself from Michael's body. And Michael is pretty okay with it, actually. Yeah,
What?
somehow he is still alive. Not much else to do, but, you know, keep doing.
I mean, this lost me now because this is all about realism FNAF, you know. So it's completely lost me.
Michael starts applying for gigs at all the various Fazbear locations that popped up over the years.
$120
with the goal
a week.
Of setting the souls inside the animatronics free.
What is that
He
pay?
lands nighttime security jobs at both the bigger 1987
That's horrible.
pizzeria as well as the 1993 pizzeria, but is fired from both for tampering with the animatronics to, you know, save the souls of dead children, and for a general foul odor, because he is in fact a walking corpse. And all this comes to a head in FNAF 3 several years after the final closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Damn.
The whole Fazbear name is destroyed, no doubt. But over the years, it became some kind of urban legend. So some random company decides to capitalize on this, creating a haunted house-style horror attraction called Fazbear Frights. The place is all decked out in Freddy Fazbear memorabilia, spooky atmosphere, everything's pee-pee yellow.
No, but I wouldn't go to it, but that's really scary and cool.
A real Fazbear animatronic salvaged from the walled-off back room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Yep, William Afton is back, baby! Undead,
of course.
rotting, haunting his Spring Bonnie suit, and stalking around Fazbear Frights as the monstrosity we all know as Springtrap. I guess living...
Springtrap. Yeah, see, I've heard people talking about Springtrap, though. So that's the yellow rabbit that was in the movie. And then the next film, I'm guessing he's going to turn into that, right? That's what it was teasing, correct?
Rotting purple corpse creature runs in the Afton family.
It's really cool, you know. It's really cool.
Only after a certain age. Sorry, kids.
So William Afton has been unleashed back onto the world. This could be very bad. Luckily, Fazbear Frights has a nighttime security guard. That's right, it's a family reunion. Father and son back together after all these years. Except now they're both technically dead and the son sets the dad on fire. Yeah! At the end of FNAF 3, Fazbear Frights burns down with Springtrap still inside, which has to have been Michael trying to finally finish off his dad. But
right, yeah, that's kind of smart, I guess. But I don't think burning down a building is going to kill the spirits as into those bodies. They're immortal.
Always comes back.
he tried his best, but somehow, Springtrap is still out there.
But then, totally out of left
It's like
field,
Michael Myers, isn't
Henry
it?
Emily comes back with a plan. After doing literally nothing this entire time, Henry jumps back into the fray by starting his own pizzeria with Michael working as an employee. We see all this happen in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. But beyond all the arcade games and googly eyes, Henry's pizzeria is actually just a front to gather up the last few haunted animatronics and set their souls to rest. And weirdly enough,
nice.
the animatronics have changed over the years. Circus Baby was apparently kicked out of
What is that? That's not even animatronic. That's just...
now taking the form of Scrap Baby. What's left of Ennard has now taken the form of Molten Freddy. The puppet's still
Molten Freddy.
empty. And of course,
These are like shiny
there's
Pokemon.
Springtrap. Not much different about it, it's just Springtrap. Once the gang's all together, they're all incinerated, including Michael, and we hear the voice of Henry saying his final goodbye to the lost souls, his daughter, and his old business partner. But hey,
That's creepy.
would you look at that? William Afton is still alive! Okay, how the heck does this dude keep cheating death?
Yo, how the frick does this guy keep staying alive?
Cassidy, the vengeful spirit haunting Golden Freddy alongside the crying child. She's been out for revenge ever since the 1985 missing children's incident. And when I say revenge, I mean she wants to make him suffer. Just killing him off isn't enough. And at this point, William Afton should be dead several times over. Dude got impaled from all angles and burned to death twice.
Yeah.
So physically, he's not really that much of a threat anymore, but Cassidy keeps him alive to torture him, forcing him to
that bitch is
live through a
creepy.
never-ending barrage of animatronic horror in his mind as we see in FNAF Custom Night. But
Yeah, how did he not react to that jump scare? You brave? The hell?
there's two William Aftons.
Oh my god, okay. Follow me on this. Many years after all the tragedies of the Fazbear franchise occur, Scott Cawthon, some random unnamed video game developer who is not Scott Cawthon, the real-world creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, started making a bunch of horror games based on the stories of the Fazbear tragedies. Yep, FNAF is officially going full meta on us now. Not Cawthon's games become...
Wait, what? Wait. Did he just say in the game? He made the games in the game. Is that what he was just saying, or am I a complete idiot? Can I rewind that? Is that what he just said? Wait. Sorry.
Oh my god, okay. Follow me on this. Many years after all the tragedies of the Fazbear franchise occur, Scott Cawthon, some
in the
random
game.
unnamed video game developer who is not Scott Cawthon, the real-world creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, started making a bunch of horror games based on the stories of the Fazbear tragedies. Yep, FNAF is officially going full.
That's a bit crazy.
Cawthon's games become really popular, and Fazbear Entertainment is getting pretty ticked at the bad name the games are giving their company. As if they weren't already giving themselves a bad name. So they decide to fight fire with fire, no pun intended, creating their own VR horror game as a way of poking fun at themselves, discrediting not Cawthon, saving a bit of face, and cashing in on their own messed up past while they're at it. But as it turns out, while making the game, the dev team used a few...
I'm serious, I've played that, it's the scariest thing. I don't even care. Something about horror in VR, oh my god, when you're taking the eyes out of Bonnie, or you're looking in the door and you can't, when you jump back, it's stuck to your face. You know a jump scare on a screen, right? You can look away, you can close your eyes. You jump back, it stays with you. I can't even explain, you have to do it for yourself.
Code found on some old Fazbear Entertainment hard drives. And in that code, somehow, was a digital replication of William Afton's consciousness. Yeah, we're going there.
This code manifested itself in-game as Glitchtrap, a yellow bunny mascot with purple eyes who, over the course of the game, brainwashed multiple beta testers to become little William Aftons in training. All right, this is getting a little far-fetched, right? But it...
Yeah, I mean, my brain stopped working. It actually hurts watching this. It's just going so deep. Wow.
Stop there. In the FNAF VR DLC, Curse of Dreadbear, we see this whole
There's FNAF VR DLC. I know, that's so funny.
mind-melding thing really take shape with Vanny, a reluctant follower of William
Afton.
Afton. We've not seen much of Vanny yet, but we know that she's someone who's played FNAF VR, was brainwashed by Afton, and is now working for him. Also, she wears a creepy bunny mascot costume just like Glitchtrap. And it's looking like Vanny is about to become a very important player in the FNAF story. Sometime in the near future, we're going to be getting ourselves the newest FNAF game, Security Breach.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's bigger, it's better,
Whoa.
it's constantly getting delayed. It's Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I actually think it looks really good. And if the trailers and teasers are anything to go by, which they should be, in this game, you're being hunted down by a killer bunny mascot with a woman's voice. That's Vanny. And until we see what all Security Breach brings to the table, that is where the story of Five Nights at Freddy's leaves off.
Is this out?
I know,
when
it kind of feels like we just
took
a hard left turn right before the end there. All this talk of AI, brainwashing, and deadly VR games actually makes all the child murder and haunted animatronics actually look normal by comparison. But to me, this feels like we've reached the end of FNAF Season 1 and are entering FNAF Season 2.
At this point, FNAF is wrapping up the story we've all been decoding and piecing together since 2014, and using it as a springboard to set up all the new insane stories that we'll be trying to piece together until 2028. The main FNAF story, the story of the haunted pizzerias, missing kids, purple people in the Afton family, is largely over. A couple of pieces of it are wrapping up in the books at this point, but really, it's just done. This is officially the start of not even a new chapter, but a new saga of FNAF stories, which gotta say...
Okay, I mean, I don't even know... I guess the books are in depth on what you just said, but like, and it goes on. I thought they left out so many little gaps in between this stuff. Probably, right? If there's like hours videos on each... Because like, surely they'd go in depth about like each character. That's kind of what I expected a little bit. I don't think they have personalities and stuff. I don't know, anyway.
Exciting, because like back in 2014, no one could have predicted that the creepy Chuck E. Cheese game would grow to become a massive multimedia franchise about a serial child murderer who can't die. So now that FNAF is settling in on a new path, oh man, it could go anywhere, which means that I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck in it. I am stuck in this franchise until the heat death of the universe. Wish me luck.
Well, until you're in the movie.
Matt's gonna
I mean,
go
nice
and
one on
sulk
that.
in a corner for a little while, so let me just say thank you very much for watching this incredible...
You're very welcome. I'm gonna smash like just for you, buddy.
Believe it or not, there are actually a ton more intricate details and mysteries that we couldn't even fit in this video. So if you want to go even deeper into the lore, definitely head over to Matt's channel and check out his amazing FNAF game theories.
Look at this, it's even recommended an hour and a half. Okay. Straight up though, that was very, very cool. I tried my best to understand that. It's really, really cool. And I think that's just the tip of the iceberg really of FNAF stuff. And yeah, please do let me know if you really enjoyed this one and you want to see more. Let me know the next video we should watch on the FNAF stuff. I'll set it for probably hour, 2 hours if we have to. I don't really care. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Be sure to smash the like button for this, and I will link the original video in the description below. I don't even know how it works with watching another person's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'll see you on the next one.